Hey guys, I'm Brandon, one of the co-founders of Pink's, born and raised here in Austin, Texas.
I'm Carter Smith, the other half of Pink's Windows, from Houston, born and raised.
Something we love now that we're franchising and growing all the way across the country is we have owners that are experiencing the same thing that we've experienced. The freedom of not having a boss, the freedom to go out and make impactful business decisions and have meaningful relationships in your community, and people are flipping the script with Pinks all over the country.
Outside of Austin, now we expanded to almost 50 different locations. Some of those have multiple vans already, and that's just a year of franchising under our belt thus far.
One of our favorite parts about franchising right now is what took Carter and I 2 or 3 or 4 years to build with our business, we're seeing our franchise partners do in months. We have people from all over the country, from California to Florida and every state in between. We have people in their 30s, people in their 40s, people in their 20s, people in their 50s that have decided to franchise a Pinks, and they're crushing it.
Yeah, not like one size fits all. I think that was a huge fear that like, oh, it takes like a salesy person or a charismatic person. And like, we didn't have any sales experience. Like, yes, we love people. And I think that's kind of the crux of it is like, if the owner cares about their employees, number one, but then cares about the community and like getting all these jobs and serving people well, it's gonna be a successful location just based on what we've seen. Getting to see all these different owners come into the fold, whether it's a new college graduate who's gonna take out an SBA loan to take this on, or it's like a director of a tech company that's leaving that because they felt so stale.
Or a COO of an engineering firm.
Just all shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
and then like we've had these
people.
great family duos where it's like a husband and wife buy it, and then the son is like in the van pulling off the work, and they're kind of building this for like the future family plan that, man, I want to be able to pass this down to my kids one day. And I think that is one of the true like cool things we probably don't talk about enough. In a W-2, we're just like trading our time for money. And then within owning your own business, like you're just building this asset that you can then sell, which hopefully if you built it well enough, you're probably never gonna wanna sell it, but then you could give it to your kids one day, or it's just like such an awesome commodity.
It gives you options.
Yeah, it gives you so many options.
So you might be wondering, what are my next steps? If I were to start a Pinks, how would I know what the heck to do? The second you sign a franchise agreement, you get a coach assigned to you and you start an onboarding process. That's weekly calls, plus office hours, plus just full access to our coaching team prior to launch. You have an online training. It's on your laptop, it's on your phone. It's like 40 hours worth of content that you go through online, and you never ever lose that. On top of all that, you have a coach that is with you post-launch as well. Weekly meetings, quarterly meetings, all the above is there for you. So we have a whole big chat. It's all of our franchisees, and there's so much ideation and sharing of best practices that goes on in that. You feel very, very supported. Nothing makes me happier than to see another franchisee that has just kind of taken a newer franchisee under their wing, and there's almost like this unofficial mentorship that goes on.
That's like part of the ownership mentality behind a Pinks is like, it's just, they wanna help. They know they were in that same position and they wanna get them all set up.
And then on top of all that, you get a monthly call with John Maxwell. You get to hear from Cody Sanchez all the time. You get to see them at our annual conferences. That doesn't suck either. After all that, you will come to Austin, Texas, literally to the office we're sitting in right now, and you will go through in-person training. It's 1 week. We're talking quotes, we're talking how to clean, we're talking how to door knock, leadership, how to hire, how to fire, how to run a team meeting, all of that, role playing.
You kind of hear the why of like, here's why we've added, why we've built these things, and it really just allows for these things to stick and last. I think a big question is, do I have to clean windows as an owner? The answer is no, but you better be willing to get out there and figure out how it's done to be a good owner. Like, you need to know how long the jobs take. You need to experience what the guys are actually going through so you can better equip them, so you can sell jobs better.
A good owner for Pinks, they embrace the brand. So Pinks looks and it feels different, and that's by design. So if you don't embrace the brand, then you're kind of losing a competitive advantage that's already built in for you. 2, they follow the system and they don't try to reinvent the wheel. So we have all the processes, the systems, the sites, the sales processes for you, and they work. That's the beautiful part about it. And then the final thing is as a business owner, and this is true, I think, with any business, is you have to be resilient. The ball doesn't always bounce your way, and things go wrong, and things break, or someone quits on you, and you have to be able to take that and turn that into a positive and be resilient and be able to fight through some of the adversity to build your business even bigger and better.
I think there's a common misconception in franchising that, hey, here's a business in a box, ready, set, go, make it work. But it requires a ton of work. And instead of it being a business in a box, we see it much more as like, here's your tool belt and here's all the different options you can pull from to better accelerate, to better understand, to better just pull off the concept.
Franchising, yeah, it's easier than starting it from scratch, but it still requires work, it still requires effort, and you're still gonna have hard things that happen. So you gotta be able to push through and fight through that to build your business.
But I think one thing we can promise is like, it is a rewarding payoff at the end and the juice is worth the squeeze.
You'll hear from our franchisees here in a second, but we have just countless testimonials. It's not just a monetary thing, but to be able to have an impact in someone's life, to be involved in your community, it is extremely rewarding and totally worth it.
I fell in love with the culture, not only of Pink's, but also of ResiBrands. It holds true to everything that I thought it did. This is my own business. I own this, but I am not alone in doing it. Whether it be through the support of the Resi team or the Pink's folks here who are dedicated to this, but also just the support of fellow franchisees who I really believe I can reach out to at any time, bounce ideas off of them, and hopefully do the same for them.
It is an incredible opportunity. It still takes work and it still takes effort, but the nice thing about the effort and the work that this business compared to other places is that it's fun.
With Pink's, everything that they have to offer is like in line with our values. It's about family, it's about people, it's about like positivity. I think that's huge here.
This isn't corporate America. This isn't just cold people in an office. Pink's is a family regardless of where you are in the country. You get treated like that, like you meet people and you're immediately as if you've known them your whole life.
Do it, take the leap. If you have the ability, not only are we in on the ground floor of something that I think is going to be amazing, this is something you can stand behind and feel good about at the end of the day, the week, the month, the year. Not only is it a great money-making opportunity, but it's something that you can feel good about when you go to bed at night, that you represent something that truly has some purpose behind it, support behind it, doing a great job out in your community, and providing a valuable service.
We want to clarify, franchising is not for everybody. If you're the kind of person who loves to build a brand, build the systems, build the website, build the uniforms, build the wraps, the designs, the everything, then don't let us rob you of doing that yourself. If you are a starter in that way, like you can do it. Like we truly and genuinely are cheering for you. When people in the country think about window cleaning, we want them to think of one company, and of course that's Pink's. So how do we do that? We want to put Pink's strategically in places where people would never think to find Pink's. So one example is we were featured in Hitman, top performing Netflix movie, Glenn Powell wearing a Pink's get up.
Or we've like put our hats on just people that are like traveling the country performing, like Mount Joy. We did a merch collab with them where they're like selling Pink's hats at their merch stands at every stop.
Every arena in the country that they're stopping at.
And then we put our hats on Huckberry, so like building out an entire merch side of it to where it just like opens up the number of eyeballs across the country that hopefully all of our franchisees are getting to benefit from.
For some reason or another, publications are reaching out and trying to do stories on Pink's and talk about this exciting, script flip that we're doing in the service business. And so we're super grateful and super excited, and we'd love for you to jump in on that.
I think luckily we're growing so fast that we really don't have to say yes to everyone, and we've been able to be extremely selective in the process. And it's so cool to see people get through the process and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I was actually awarded this. And now we're from coast to coast. We're open in 50 states. We don't have locations in all 50 states, but we're ready to sell in all 50 states. We've got just at about 200 different territories awarded. And yeah, we're just ready to grow even more.
A question that we ask as we're interviewing applicants for Pink's is, would I want to work for this person? Would Carter want to work for this person? And I think, we're just looking for really high character, high integrity, strong leader type owners to bring Pink's to their city and help flip the script on blue collar.
I think some of the biggest feedback we're getting from our franchisees is, oh damn, I wish I would have bought the location next to me just to reserve it, because they're truly selling so fast and they're moving so quickly. Yeah. So maybe on the front end, I wish, we could have had the foresight to let them know, like, man, get what you want early on, because there's just nothing we can promise will be available.
We don't say that to pressure you, but they're going quick. So fill that application. We're stoked to talk to you, to get to know you, and so is our team.